NASA scientist turned a childhood curiosity into a billion-dollar invention. Lonnie Johnson's story begins not in a laboratory, but in the sun-drenched streets of Mobile, Alabama, where a young boy's fascination with science and mechanics was nurtured amid the quiet hum of possibility. From an early age, Lonnie's mind was alive with questions: how things worked, why they moved, and what invisible forces shaped the world around him. His journey is one of relentless curiosity, a testament to the power of imagination fused with ingenuity. This is the story of a man who transformed water into wonder, who reshaped childhood play, and left an indelible mark on innovation itself. Born in 1949, Lonnie Johnson grew up in a segregated South, where opportunities were scarce, but dreams were boundless. His mother, a teacher, and his father, a soldier, instilled in him the value of education and perseverance. Even as segregation cast shadows over his community, Lonnie found light in science and mathematics. His bedroom was a laboratory filled with homemade gadgets and experiments. These early explorations were not mere pastimes. They were the seeds of a future that would challenge the boundaries of engineering and invention. Here, amid the backdrop of a changing America, Lonnie's passion for discovery began to take root. At Tuskegee University, Lonnie blossomed in an environment steeped in history and excellence. Surrounded by the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen and other pioneers, he honed his skills in mechanical engineering. The discipline, precision, and creativity demanded by his studies would form the foundation for everything that followed. Yet, even as he excelled academically, Lonnie's mind was restless, always seeking to bridge theory with practical innovation. It was during these formative years that he cultivated the resilience and vision that would propel him beyond the confines of conventional engineering. After graduation, Lonnie took his talents to the U.S. Air Force, where he worked on top-secret projects that demanded both technical mastery and inventive thinking. His work on thermodynamics and propulsion systems was crucial, but it was his transition to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory that marked a turning point. Here, in the heart of America's space exploration efforts, Lonnie applied his genius to the challenges of energy and power systems. Yet, even amid the stars, his mind often drifted back to a simple idea: harnessing the power of water in a new and exciting way. The genesis of the Super Soaker is often told as a story of serendipity, but it was rooted in years of scientific insight. In the early 1980s, Lonnie was tinkering with a heat pump system for his home, using high-pressure water streams to test its efficiency. One day he realized that the powerful jet of water he created was not just practical, it was playful. This realization sparked a spark of joy and possibility. What if this force could be transformed into a toy, a source of delight for children everywhere? It was a question born of a scientist's mind and a child's heart. With a patent application in hand, Lonnie faced the daunting world of the toy industry, a domain often resistant to innovation, especially from outsiders. He encountered skepticism and the slow gears of corporate machinery. Yet, his belief in the Super Soaker never wavered. It was more than a toy, it was a revolution in play. Combining his engineering expertise with a visionary's persistence, Lonnie refined his invention, perfecting the mechanics of pressurized water propulsion. Each iteration brought him closer to a product that would redefine summer, childhood, and the very nature of fun. In 1989, the Super Soaker hit the market, and the world would never be the same. It was an instant sensation, a toy that combined science, power, and sheer joy. Children and adults alike were captivated by the cool rush of water, propelled with newfound force and precision. The Super Soaker was not just a product. It was a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of innovation that transcended race, geography, and age. Lonnie's invention became a beacon of possibility, illustrating how creativity rooted in science could ignite the imaginations of millions. Despite the Super Soaker's success, Lonnie's journey was far from over. He faced complex challenges around royalties and recognition, navigating a world where the fruits of invention are often contested. Yet, his story remained one of resilience and grace, a narrative of a man who refused to be defined solely by commercial success. Lonnie continued to innovate, branching into renewable energy, advanced batteries, and space technology. His curiosity remained insatiable, his commitment to science unwavering. The Super Soaker was just one chapter in a life dedicated to pushing boundaries. Lonnie's legacy extends beyond his inventions. It is embedded in the inspiration he provides to young scientists and engineers, especially those from underrepresented communities. His story is a beacon of hope, illuminating a path from humble beginnings to extraordinary achievement. Through outreach and mentorship, Lonnie has dedicated himself to nurturing the next generation of innovators, encouraging them to dream boldly and engineer bravely. In classrooms and laboratories across the nation, his influence echoes, a reminder that ingenuity knows no limits. The Super Soaker's impact is not merely measured in sales or patents, but in the joy it brought to millions. It transformed the simple act of play into an experience of wonder and exhilaration. It challenged the notion that toys must be passive, introducing a dynamic interplay of physics and fun. Lonnie's creation bridged the gap between science and culture, demonstrating that innovation can be accessible, delightful, and deeply human. In every splash and every burst of pressurized water, there is a story of imagination turned real. In the broader tapestry of American innovation, Lonnie Johnson's story is a vital thread, one that weaves together themes of perseverance, creativity, and the pursuit of knowledge against all odds. His journey speaks to the transformative power of engineering to reshape lives and communities. It challenges us to see inventors not as distant geniuses, but as individuals shaped by their environments, struggles, and dreams. Lonnie's life invites us to honor the intersection of science and spirit, where curiosity becomes creation. As we reflect on Lonnie Johnson's remarkable path, we see more than an inventor. We see a symbol of the American dream reimagined. His legacy is a call to embrace innovation with heart and courage, to recognize the power of persistence, and to celebrate the joy that comes from turning ideas into reality. The Super Soaker remains a testament to the beauty of play, the thrill of discovery, and the enduring impact one person can have on the world. Lonnie's story, like the water jets he unleashed, continues to ripple outward, inspiring generations yet to come. In the end, Lonnie Johnson's journey reminds us that innovation is not just about invention. It is about transformation. From a boy in Alabama with a boundless curiosity to a scientist shaping the future of play and power, his life stands as a monument to possibility. The Super Soaker, more than a toy, is a celebration of human creativity, a splash of brilliance in the vast ocean of ingenuity. This is the roots renaissance of a man who dared to dream, built to invent, and change the world with water. This has been Roots Renaissance. See you in the next chapter.